Same-sex marriage. 7 months ago, the Supreme Court ruled it legal in all 50 states. A decision which still terrifies some Americans. But why exactly? Ronny Chieng finds out.
Same-sex marriage is here. It's queer, but conservatives can't get used to it. Just listen.
It's putting us down a slippery slope.
A slippery slope, which I think you're seeing right now.
What's at the bottom of that slippery slope? Ask conservative activist E.W. Jackson.
Once you say that homosexuality is the equivalent of heterosexuality, well then why wouldn't someone else who maybe has a different sexual preference, for example, bestiality, incest, say, well, wait a minute, well, what about me?
The slippery slope.
Yep.
The acceptance of homosexual marriages will lead to the acceptance of pedophilia, bestiality, incest.
Absolutely.
Cowgirl, reverse cowgirl, doggy style, blowjobs.
Well, look, I don't think it's stretching to say at some point that's probably going to happen.
Going to happen? Try already happening. In Pennsylvania, at this very moment, a father's trying to marry his own son. Ugh. I went to confront this abusive dad, but first I had to figure out who was the dad.
Okay, which one's the father, which one's the son? I can't tell.
I'm the father and he's the son.
Drew, are you being held against your will here?
No.
Just blink twice.
No.
I will call child services, we'll get you out of this situation. You don't have to live like this.
No. We just want to make it official, marriage-wise, like any couple that's in love.
And Nino, let me ask you this. Why are you banging your son?
Well, biologically, he's not my son. I adopted Drew a few years ago.
I can relate, kind of. My dad told me I was adopted, even though I wasn't.
No, then you had an issue with your father.
Yeah, no kidding.
We don't have issues. We've been together for 45 years.
What the is going on here?
We're just your typical average elderly gay couple.
Oh, so they're just regular super old gay guys. They're just like all those other gay couples who couldn't get married and had to resort to adopting their partners just to fulfill their perverted desires.
We wanted to gain both the legitimacy of a family and some of the legal benefits that come along with adoption. So you have lower inheritance tax and hospital visitation rights.
Oh my God, these guys had some gross human equality fetish. I couldn't wait to tell Jackson he was right.
I just met this gay couple where the older guy adopted the younger guy.
Well, if a heterosexual couple did that, I think we want to put them in jail. This is just backdoor proof that there's something fundamentally wrong with trying to redefine marriage.
Backdoor, nice.
Yeah, Jackson knew what time it was. Meanwhile, Captain Crochet over here was on the verge of completely abandoning his duties as a father.
We went to court to ask them if they would get rid of this adoption so we could get married.
Why do you want to give up your son?
He is not my son.
Why do you keep saying he's not your son?
He's not my son. He's an adopted.
You can't just abandon your son.
He's not my son.
Just because he has got some, creative endeavors he wants to pursue, like comedy, because he likes to make people laugh, and he just landed a job on a Daily Show. And sure, he's not the host, but he's a correspondent. Isn't that enough? Why is nothing ever good enough? You can't give up on your son like that.
I think Nino finally understood the pain he was causing Drew. As for Jackson, he also had to face a tough decision. Tolerate gay marriage or incest?
A man should not be adopting another man as his son. That's preposterous.
So they should be able to marry?
No, there is no such thing as same-sex marriage.
I'm pretty sure there is.
Well, the Supreme Court may have said it, the president may have said it, the people may have said it.
Yes.
But God has said there isn't, and so there isn't.
But there is.
Look, I can't enter into an agreement to become a McDonald's sandwich because I'm not. I could smell like a McDonald's sandwich, but I can never be a McDonald's sandwich. And so two men can never be a marriage.
Gay marriage is like trying to be a McDonald's sandwich.
Except people, I think, get some level of nutrition from McDonald's sandwiches.
Sounds like somebody wants to bang a Big Mac. Speaking of unfulfilled desires, Nino and Drew's efforts to annul the adoption have turned out to be a bureaucratic nightmare as their petition gets passed from one court to another.
In the meantime, we're essentially stuck in the father-son relationship until we get a decision in our favor.
Stuck? You guys aren't stuck. You have to cherish this father-son relationship while you still can.
we're really not interested in keeping this relationship.
Come on, guys. Think of all the fun you can have.
Absolutely not. Absolutely no way.
Watching them make father-son memories brought tears to my eyes. And if Nino and Drew ever do get married, who knows? Maybe one day they'll adopt me and be the loving dads I never had.